name is Jace Olson. I'm going to do my presentation on case 7-4, Harrison Industries. In this case, we'll talk about an employee named Donna Mason, who is a fairly new employee at Harrison Industries, and she is approached by her supervisor to make a $5 million adjustment to unpaid severance pay. The reason that the reason her supervisor came to her to make this adjustment is because she said the company is planning on closing down one of the divisions in the company. This made Donna feel a little bit uneasy because $5 million is a really big adjustment. So she decided to kind of do some research before she made a decision whether or not to go through with what her supervisor asked her to. And after doing some research, Donna went back to her supervisor and told her that she didn't really feel comfortable making this adjustment. Some arguments that Donna can make, because obviously the supervisor wasn't very happy with with Donna not following through with the adjustment. But some things that Donna could bring up is that the $5 million adjustment is a huge amount to make. When you look at their past financial records, you look at their last 2 years, and this adjustment is about 5 times larger than those adjustments they made in the previous 2 years. Another argument that she can make is that in her research, she didn't find that there was any sort of plans or any sort of wording that they were planning on shutting down any sort of division. In fact, while Donna was researching, she found that the company as a whole had set record highs for their amount of income they had brought in. Not only was it as a company-wide, but every single division in the company had record highs in ordinary income. So she couldn't see why they would need to close down one of the divisions. And lastly, one of the biggest arguments that Donna can make is that when she went to her supervisor to ask her for documentation for the entry, her manager told her to not question her and to just make the entry without any documentation. So with all this that's going on, there's some different things at stake with what can happen. First of all, for Donna, if she decides not to go through with this adjustment, then she could possibly get demoted, or since she's fairly new at the company, she could get passed over for some sort of promotion or a raise because she's not willing to follow through on orders in the eyes of her supervisor, or she could possibly lose her job altogether. But if Donna does decide to go through with this adjustment, she risks having to live with herself, having to lower her standards and work for a company that she feels like makes her lower her standards. As for Harrison Industries, though, there's not a whole lot at stake for Harrison Industries because it's kind of an internal thing, but if anybody were to find out what they did as far as like customers or vendors, they would definitely have a loss of reputation, and later on would more than likely lose clients and lose vendors. So they'd lose quite a bit of money down the road. But Donna, if she were to go back and tell her manager what happened or what her decision would be, here are some responses that she could have. First of all, when she decided to take the job, she chose Harrison Industries because she felt like they had high standards like she did, and that was a big part of why she decided to work for Harrison Industries. Secondly, she could make a case that she really doesn't want to go along with any of this if she doesn't have any documentation to back up her work. And now lastly, giving voice to Donna's values. I think one of the things that Donna could do is to go and talk to her supervisor again, ask her, and just tell her the situation with what's going on, and hopefully maybe the supervisor would understand. And if that doesn't work, then Donna could talk to some of the higher ups in the company to see if maybe they're the ones that's pressuring her supervisor to ask Donna to make this adjustment. But if she were to go to her higher ups and they want Donna to make the adjustment, then I think she would know that this isn't a company that she should work for and that she should probably just find a new company anyway. So, thank you.